All right, guys, I'm out on Lake Fork with Lake Fork guide and a legend in his own mind, Rhandy Simmons.
You got that right. Just ask me, I'll tell you.
That's right. And we're gonna try to catch some fish out here in this deep water. We caught them a couple days ago using the live scope, but we're gonna try today just using regular down scan and 2D sonar. And we're gonna get in this deep water like this, and you can see these fish down here. There's a ball of bait right there. Randy's trying to throw me out of the boat.
Don't go in the water now.
Yeah, so we're gonna try to see if we can figure out how to catch them without using live scope and just using the regular basic 2D and down imaging. So stay with us. So it works, guys.
That works. That's what we're looking at.
That's what we was wondering, is if it would work, if we could figure it out, other than looking at them with live scope. So I guess that.
I think it can be done with either one of them if you do it right.
That's right. Well, guys, we had transducer issues, so we're back to cannonballing now.
Oh, okay.
Which is just a double rig right here, double quarter-ounce jigs. We're gonna drag them around, see if we can catch them. Randy never takes me to his good stuff. It's always, he always wants to go looking at stuff that don't have no fish on it when I'm with him.
Well, it used to be when I did this, I go along and go, whoop, we're fixing to get bit. Whoop, fixing to get bit.
Yeah, like me.
Just like that?
Yeah, like that. That's what I was gonna say. No, he's not big enough to net. It's a shame. We gotta keep these little guys. Where's the, here they are. Man, what happened to having all the pliers on ropes and stuff? What'd you do?
I kept getting in the blade.
I like his pole.
Yeah.
Said I like this pole. Come on. They should be out here on this kind of stuff. That's what he said. Oh, big one, big.
Oh, no, he's not. Look at that top big.
Yeah, he was off the bottom a little bit, wasn't he?
Open that lid up. Just leave it open.
Leave it open. All you didn't get but a cup full of ice in there. It'll melt before we.
Hey, I don't have to worry. Just money. Come on, you jig. I don't mind. You don't worry about that. Don't let me come back there.
Yeah, right here next to you. Yeah, don't jump back here.
Don't let me come back there. Well, they ain't got out here no good yet, though, have they?
No, I mean we've only fished 2 minutes and only caught 2. Things are slow.
You know, you're a smart ass when there's a camera around. You never. You sure are smarty britches when there's a camera around.
Yeah. I think the problem is that I'm like that all the time. Without it being there. $28, almost $29. Why do you bring me these little bitty guys?
Hey, those are the best equals.
I mean, yeah, but
Look at these.
little guy, why is he eating that jig so deep like that?
He just
He's
gobble,
like
gobble,
he's
gobble,
never,
didn't he?
He's never eaten before. Thinks this is his last meal, I guess.
Maybe you could swallow it, didn't you?
Hey. You keeping up with how many we got?
Well, we ain't gonna catch 50 of them.
You don't want 50? It's clean?
No. I don't know. We ain't doing that today.
Can you get me a couple of these poles?
Huh?
I said, can you get me a couple of these poles?
Which pole?
This one.
Yeah.
I like it.
Somewhere in the white. That's a big white one. Look at it. It's bigger than what you got.
Big what? Oh, I'm using your jig.
They bit that white while ago, didn't they?
Yeah, but that was big fish. You're around these babies. You like to put me on these baby fish. I think he sabotaged his draft so that I'd get him out of there. He wanted to come over here, and he'll go back over and do that when I ain't around. £8 line on here. 6 pounds. It looks like 8. It's 6.
Wally Marshall, 6 pounds?
6 pound Wally Marshall string.
High biz.
That was on the top jig too.
Was it?
That was on the top jig also. Yeah. It's a lot easier to do this when the wind isn't blowing.
I like it when the little rip rolls through this.
Well, I know, but you know what I mean. Better than them 2 foot.
Oh, yeah. Marty Britches?
As long as that fella's been here, he should have done had a limit with him biting like that.
What now?
I said, as long as he's been here, he should have had a limit with him biting this quick. Well, y'all that don't know it, you may notice that I have to repeat myself to him.
What?
Continuously.
Huh?
This guy is world famous, and nobody hardly ever even knows it.
Blah, blah, blah,
He
blah,
played the bass with, who was it? He's played, I think, with Carlos Santana and Stevie Ray Vaughan, right? And
I played on stage with them. Yeah.
did you play with Buddy Guy?
I wasn't in there. Yeah, I played
You
with
played
Buddy.
with Buddy Guy. So not in their band, but playing with them. I mean, you know, that's still
I
pretty.
wasn't in their bands, but I played on stage with them.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
They're nice guys too. All of them.
I don't know how he weaseled his way into that, but
I don't either. I was in the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
But he was,
I think everybody was doing drugs back then. So if you had drugs, you could just
hey,
get in.
Hey, watch
You
it.
could probably
They told me I had a good time.
You
Okay?
just, yeah. You don't remember it, but
I don't
they
remember,
said
but
you
they
had
said
a
I
good time. Oh,
What are you doing? Kindergarten shopping again?
I got-
That's more. That's better than
it's a
kindergarten.
largemouth, I think. Stupid bass.
Stupid ditch pickles.
Hey,
Get them things out of my life.
why do they call them a pickle anyway?
Huh?
Why do they call them a ditch pickle anyway?
Because they hang out in ditches and they look like a pickle.
They look like a pickle?
Looks like a pickle.
Hey.
Green. Look like a pickle and they hang
We
out.
already eat this one.
No.
He's legal.
I know, but why eat that when I can eat a crappie?
Ah, yeah, they don't taste near as good as crappie. He was in 20, 30 foot of water? 30 foot? Yeah.
There's much of them around.
What's he doing, man? I mean, staying out in that depth like that.
I think your bass fishing.
That thing was like touching the catfish. He's so slimy.
Huh?
I said that bass was like touching the catfish. He's so slimy.
What's fish right underneath? Somebody ought to get bit. Look at that.
Yeah.
Dang, the boy, you wear me. I might switch sides.
You're on the wrong side of the
I
lake.
guess so.
Isn't that crazy when somebody says, "Oh, I'm on the wrong, I want to get on that side," and there's fish all under us.
Yeah, I know, but I can't get bit over here. I caught one and you caught three. That ain't
3 in my rear end. Your count's bad. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 crappies I've caught and 1 bass.
crappie.
I've caught 5 crappie and a bass, and you caught 1 little old bitty tiny crappie.
So are you trying to brag?
Yours ain't even big enough to. It's not even big enough to keep
Are
on
you-
the
are
keep
you
all of them
Are
side.
you bragging for
Yeah.
YouTube or something?
Yeah, we're supposed to keep all of them, and yours ain't even big enough to keep.
I see how you gonna do.
I ain't gonna cut you no slack.
You find a chink in the armor, you got to get right in there and dig in while you can.
Yeah, try to kick them while they're down.
Yeah. No more Mr. Nice Guys this evening. So.
No.
Don't get bit right here.
See another one down there?
Look about your jig, I'm gonna get stuck.
Yeah. I'll smack them in the face. I watched a really cool carp fishing video the other day. In cold weather. It was just a week or so ago the guy was fishing. Smoking them things in like 11 foot of water.
Carp.
Yeah, bunches of them and big ones.
Rod and reel?
Yeah,
That must have been fun.
yeah. He anchored up. He graphed them with a side image and he anchored up in a, right there where they were. Spinning rods like this, 7 foot medium heavy spinning rod. Caught 200 and something pounds of them in just a little while.
What the heck did he do with them when he got
Towed them back.
Just throw them back?
Yeah. He had a big sack that he hung on the edge of the boat, and he'd catch them and be throwing them in that sack, and then every so often he'd pull that sack up and weigh them. all together.
You don't have to claw that little hook up thing.
And
That's why you're not catching fish every 10 feet like you were.
yeah, because I had that on there. Well, like I said, you move me out of them when I get too many.
Yeah. I'm trying not to get embarrassed.
And then there's not even any on the screen.
No.
But anyway, he was weighing them, and 240 pounds or something like that on a plastic piece of corn.
A what?
Plastic piece of corn.
Now, why would you go out your way to make a plastic piece of corn?
It was a carp lure. Had a little hook all in it. It was a piece of corn. And
I guess corn's got too expensive, so you got to use plastic corn.
His deal was that you didn't have to be replacing it every time you got a bite. Kind of like us using a crappie jig. You know, he just throwed it out there on this. Well, he had some stuff that was called pack bait, and it was on like a weight, and he would mash that stuff around it, and then he would put that. That was on like a little leader, that hook was, with that piece of corn in it. And he would mash that piece of corn inside that pack bait that he had put on that weight. And they'd come over sucking on that pack bait, and they'd suck that corn in their mouth. It was a great video. It was amazing to watch.
Another place and look.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
You know they're there.
Yeah, there ain't no sense. You say you don't want to claim them. It's supposed to rain 3 days this week.
Yeah, probably nice.
Yeah.
Let's go see if we'll do this somewhere else. I'll have to go find some stupid ones I can catch.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
Smart ass kids. Got no respect. I remember when you first come out here, not running at your nose.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to be a fishing guide. Oh.
What are you talking?
Yeah, sure, son. Sure you do.
What was that about? Year before last?
Yeah, I can remember that.
Yeah, wasn't that a bad decision?
Yeah.
I wish I'd have had my rear end kicked thinking
yeah,
that.
yeah, we started to. Let's go somewhere else. Get your drink up, everything's in place now.
Everything's good. You ain't gonna spill it, mess your boat up.
Is that thing okay clipped up there like that?
If it looks like it's gonna fly off, don't let it.
What a concept. Say, what a concept.
Yeah. I'll watch it.
26, 28, I mean, let's make us a little cash for the cash through here.
All right. I'm old cold. You say you like to go about 0.3 to 0.5 mile an hour?
That's what I like to do.
Shallow. So we're too shallow.
27, I'll put some move out. Hey, look, I'll bring you out here. I'll let you catch the fish, and you tell me how to do it.
Right.
Okay?
I'm just trying to tell you.
And you're trying to tell me how to
I
do
don't
it.
want
You're
you messing
gonna
up.
catch the fish. See, fish right there. Good fish.
Oh, this one?
30 foot. Got their bellies on the bottom where they're supposed to be.
Yeah, so that's puzzling that we can get into this depth, 25 to 30, and catch them right off the bottom, laying tight to the bottom. And then you get out in
40, 50 foot.
40 and 50 foot, and they're up 20 foot suspended. All
Did
at
you
the
say
same
something a
time.
while ago? They got fins on them?
Yeah, something about those fins.
I think what we need to do is genetically make a crappie that's only got one fin on one side, so all I can do is
Circle.
circle, and then we can.
Do we know exactly where the school's at? Then stay right there in the circle. We go to that circle every time.
Why don't you submit this to the Parks and Wildlife, Gary?
Swimming like this in a circle.
Why don't you submit this to the Parks and
Well,
Wildlife?
I didn't come up with the idea. I would hate to take it from you. But if you want me to support you, if you go
Well,
ahead
no,
and do
that shouldn't matter.
you talk to them about it and get them, involved.
It shouldn't bother you. You take all my damn brush piles.
Yeah, well, I
Hey,
guess
you might want to tighten that drag.
Well,
just
this
a
is how
little
you
bit.
got it rigged for me. This is what you
No,
did.
I didn't
don't-
rig nothing for you.
I mean, I don't understand why you give me this.
Tighten the drag up a little bit.
Well, just because that's the only way you'll know if I have one is if you hear that rattling, because you can't hear nothing else. So that gives you an indication. I'm just using what you gave me.
I didn't give you that. You just took it. You just went over and grabbed it.
Well, it was here. And why is this Velcro on here?
Put that top jig on. I just missed one.
Every time I put it down, it gets twisted on Velcro.
Well, you
Why
gotta
would
be
you
as
stick
least-
Velcro on your pole?
You really, really, really do have to be at least as smart as the rod.
Do you just stick the poles on the wall in your storage building and you got Velcro on them so you can just stick it on the wall?
No, you put that top jig on it and then don't fly around and get all tangled up.
You put the top jig on the Velcro.
Just stick it.
Stick it in there.
And then you get all tangled up.
Hey, I'm dang.
Hey,
I was wondering
hey,
you
every
knew how to
once in a
do this.
Every once in a while, one's got
You're the
to
guy supposed to be showing us how to do it.
Now,
and
hey, look here. Now
Look
it
at
shows the line coming up. And
it
everything.
shows your fish and everything.
Yeah, look at it.
I think it's things going out, what I think.
He sure is. He just don't know it yet. Oh, I'm in a dead well. Ain't no live well, it's a dead well. That's how we come up with that Nathan Walden, he's tying them jigs one day. I told him what I wanted. I wanted a jig that was balanced.
Yeah.
So Nate would tie that jig, and we messed with it, and it was what was Bob Young's concept. Bob, he had a nice balanced jig. I said, man, let's make one. And Nate said, okay. So he messed around, cut, and messed with that jig. And finally got one that was balanced, and then he started making them jigs. And he started bringing them out here, and we went to using them. And he said, well, I'm going to start tying these up. He said, what should we call them? And he said, I don't know. And we were catching them real good on them like that. He said, you want me to throw this in the live well? And I said, no, throw that in the dead well. He said, there you go. That's the name of
name
the
came
dead
about,
well
huh?
jig. Hey, I think we got a double.
I think that's what you call it.
What do you call it, a double, senor? JW, you call that a double.
A double?
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Two of them at once.
Don't take long.
I finally found those stupid ones that I can catch.
Yeah, the stupid ones that you can get. Yeah.
These are down here a little bit deeper.
Yeah. Yeah, they are, aren't they?
Yeah, 31.
like summer out here in here.
I know, it's great. I'm fixing to have to come out all these
I am too.
layers. That's why I dress in layers in here anymore.
Yeah. Well, if it gets in the 50s, I have to wear long johns.
Oh, I do too.
If the wind's blowing, I gotta have long johns on.
Oh, I got flannel lined jeans on right now. All right, well, let's catch one or two more here.
And then go hit another one.
Yeah, no use in sitting here, and
Right. No sense in killing
we
them out
may
here.
need them tomorrow.
Hopefully the wind won't be blowing 25.
Well, it's supposed to blow tomorrow a little bit out of the southwest, I think. But it's not supposed to be real high. Probably just right. Well, I tell you what, anywhere there's any, you can watch that contour line on these fish. And anywhere on that contour line that there's a bend in that contour line doing this,
Yeah.
that's where you get bit.
Yeah.
If you're going down a straight contour line,
Yeah.
they don't hardly bite. But if you find it, if you
Little
watch that
zig,
contour
yeah.
line, there they are.
Right. I hope y'all paying attention.
Mama.
Yeah, that's got the milk on his lips.
Yep. You'll still see the titty marks where it come off the tip.
That's right.
Well, I'll tell you what, he wanted
We
it.
ought to get some string out so you can work with him.
Hey, you run your rod and
Reel
reel.
yours all the way into the pole and then try to work with
If
him.
you reel yours in and shut up, we'll go somewhere else. You
Alright.
let me run my deal and I'll run mine. You just open the lid, bitch. Lid, bitch. Mouthing off about how you be catching. You'll take that home. I can see it now. You'll take it home and edit out
I
all
am.
the parts.
I'm gonna have. Yeah.
You'll edit out all the parts
I
where
thought
I'm
we was
catching
leaving.
fish.
I thought we was leaving.
You'll edit out all the parts where
Yeah.
I'm catching fish. I see
Heck
what
yeah.
you're
I
doing.
don't want nothing about.
Oh, making him look bad.
I don't want nobody seeing you catching any.
All these years at Foreman are coming back. Let's see how it's going to be.
All right, that concludes fishing with Rhandy Simmons. Like I said, the legend bass player. How can people reach you, Randy, if they want to come fishing with you?
Call me, 903-841-1844.
Straight from the horse's mouth.
The horses.
Yeah, horses, you know what.